How's it? So I'm right now going to show you guys how to make simple typography in After Effects, and I'll be going through some simple basics. Yeah. So the first thing what we're going to do is go ahead. I'm going to actually just show you guys exactly what we're going to be creating. It's going to look like this. Actually, yeah, I'm going to actually get rid of that later, but you can learn how to use positioning and use scale and rotation and some graphing actually. Oh, that was weird. Alright, so first thing you want to do is you want to go to your project and press Command N, which is composition, to create a new composition. I'm just going to call this tutorial because I'm teaching you guys how to do this. Yeah, that's that. So what I'm going to do is, I don't know why you can't see this, but it doesn't really matter. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to go down here to the where your solids and text are, and you're going to press Command Y to create a new solid. And what you're going to do here is you're just going to name it background, since we're going to actually create a background. After that, you're going to have a layer here in your little tutorial box, and you want to call that, actually not call it, you want to go ahead and once you have that, you want to go to Effects and Presets and type in Ramp. When you do that, you'll get this 32 little like Lego kind of looking icon, and you just drag that right here to your background. This is basically an effect and a change. You can like customize it how you want to. So the first thing you want to do is change linear ramp to radial ramp. It kind of looks like this, and then you want to drag the end of it all the way out to around there, and then you want to change the colors. You just want to click on here and change it to black, and then you want to go to the start color and change it to white, so you get this kind of nice little look here. I usually actually can't really zoom out. I usually like drag the bottom further out a little so that you can't really see the black well, because then it looks more like kind of smooth. Alright, after that you're gonna go to your little text tool, and you're gonna create you're gonna actually add some font to it, actually some text. So I'm gonna add, just say your name, since you can put your name in here, or actually your title of your video or whatever you're creating, and change the anchor point to the center. Oh. Right there, and just center it out and make it a little bigger. Then afterwards, I'm gonna go ahead and change this to black out. Alright, back to the ramp. What you can do here is quite simple. You can change your color how you'd like to. So at the start of the color, if you want to make it like a little like blue, as you see, it does look kind of, you can really just choose your color, and the way you choose it doesn't really matter. As long as you have a black at the outside, it can look really smooth. So here you can use, like, I don't know, any color you'd like. As you see, if you're really like pink, then just use pink. And I do not want to do that because that just looks very uncomfortable to me. I don't know why. I like to use this kind of light blue kind of color. Alright, and then I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna add a text to this. So we're gonna press this Command T for this text tool and just drag it like that. And I'm gonna put my song title here. So Hall of Fame. If you haven't watched the Pep Rally video, you should, for volleyball, girls volleyball. I created that. I have a lot of typography in there. You can actually just learn while watching that. Then afterwards, you're gonna change the anchor point to the center, because the anchor point can just be anywhere sometimes, and if you don't change it, then like it can be kind of weird like that. See, because it follows the anchor point. So you want to press Y to get this little pen behind tool and just drag it into the center, so everything follows that center. Like, see, beautiful. This looks amazing. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys to open up your go down here to this little like kind of like aim kind of icon and click title action, and it kind of creates this little center point for you, so it's better for you. Now we're gonna actually animate this here. We're gonna actually go down now back here to the little composition, and you're gonna press down here, this arrow key, and go to transform, sorry, And I'm gonna go ahead and change the scale. I'm gonna just press that little button and just set it to 0. Now this is how I usually do it. I go a little bit behind the 1 and press the stopwatch. So at this point in time, it sets everything at 0. So scale at 0. So then if I move it a little and set the scale at 100, so from here at the bottom it's 0, and then when you go here it goes to 100. As you can see, you kind of see the animation kind of going up. Now mine isn't 100, so I can go ahead and just make it a little bigger. So it's like that. Yeah, it kind of looks kind of rough. I honestly don't like how this looks. Kind of looks kind of bad. Put it together a little and it looks a little better, I guess. And then, okay, so then now comes the important part, because this is actually one of the most important parts to make your animation look more smooth. I'm going to right click this and go to Keyframe Assistant and press Easy In. What this does, it kind of like smoothens out your look, as you see here. Like, bam. Yeah, then afterwards, yeah, it looks a little better, but then you can make it look better by adding this little blur button, and at the text you can add the blur, so it then looks like this, and wow, that just looks so much better. Okay, afterwards you want to go to this graph editor. Now this is a little more professional. It's a little bit of physics in here. It doesn't really matter that much, but you're going to click scale once you're in graph editor, and you're going to press one of these boxes and pull it out. And once you do that, you get this kind of nice kind of look. See, it looks kind of a little more smoother. I like that way more. But you can honestly choose how you want to do it. You can also pull the bottom, so then it kind of looks like this. See, it kind of like goes in faster. But I usually take the top one and pull it out this way, so that it kind of slows down when it's coming to your face. We're not going to go too deep into that. That's just the simple basics. So I see Hall of Fame, and then I'm going to go ahead and create a new text layer again, and I'm going to put the artist, so by the script. I mean, I'm pretty sure people have heard the song before. Anyways, what you're going to do is drag the pan back to the center like before. I'm going to make it a little bigger, not too big, and put it right below the Hall of Fame. Add blur to this too, which is very important to make it look good. So it's going to have that. And then I want this kind of like to pop up. So what we're going to do is, we're going to go ahead to go animate. We're going to press animate right next to the script after you press this little arrow key. Animate and press scale. Once you do that, you kind of have like these dots down here. I can't zoom in really, but you have these little dots down here. What you're gonna do is go to scale right here and put it to set it to 0, so it's gonna be gone. Don't worry though, it's gonna come back. You're gonna go to range selector, advanced, and then it's pretty complicated here. You're gonna go to units and change it to index, and then I'm gonna change based on words, and then low ease, I'm gonna set that to 100. So once that comes up, I'm going to go to round 2, and around 3 to 4 words. Actually, you don't have to really change this doesn't really matter. So once the Hall of Fame pops up, I'm going to go to start, get that little dot right there, the stopwatch, and then change this to 4. And what happens is that this is exactly what happens. It kind of like pops up by the script. It has like this little smooth kind of look. Yeah, so that's like kind of what we're doing here. Now I actually forgot to do something here for Hall of Fame. I'm gonna add some rotation to this. So if you go to rotation, I'm gonna set the rotation to 0 here, and drag it to around here, and add 1. So, oh, that's 12. That's not what I want to do. 1. And as you see, you kind of like see something here. Bam. So if you look at this, it kind of looks like that. I do want to add, you always want to add, you want to right click and always add ease in, because it just makes everything look better. So, And then I'm actually going to go ahead to the scale and then actually push this a little up. If you push this up, it'll kind of have like this bump out. If you can't really see it because of the rotation, but it kind of goes back after it rotates a little bit. That's what you want to add. It usually can be slow like this, but kind of looks like that. If it's too slow for your computer, you can change it to quarter and it'll kind of do it, but at a lower quality. I usually do full for now because it's not such a big project, so it doesn't really matter that much. Yeah, so we have this, and then we have by the script. So this is like this simple kind of basic animation here, motion graphics. But then we're gonna actually change this and make it a little more professional by adding some parents. These parents here. I'm gonna right click and create a new null object. This is basically something that's just there. It really has no use, but you can parent it on it so that it follows the position of the null object. Now it can't be seen in the video, so this doesn't really apply. Like the visuals, you won't really see it at all. So then what I want to do is highlight both of these and parent the null object. So both of their parents are the null object. So what I want to do is go down onto the null, transform, and press this position key and move it a little bit further away. And I want to just pull this out of the view that we have. So it kind of looks like this. Yeah, it's like pretty simple. I don't really like it. It kind of looks bad. You can add ease to this. Honestly, just adding this makes everything look better. So if we look, bam, it kind of goes out. Hall of Fame by the script. And then now it comes kind of the complicated part. We're gonna add another text, and I'm gonna say featuring, and then you can add your name. I'm going to say David because that's just my name. I'm going to drag this to the middle, change the anchor point, and has this featuring now. Right there. Bam. And so what I'm going to make, what's going to happen now is, you see it's kind of overlapping. When it goes away at this key part, I'm going to actually drag this out. I'm going to parent the featuring to the null object. So what automatically happens is, bam, add blur, actually never mind, add blur to the featuring, so it looks like this. Oh. So if we actually look at this entire video, okay, I have to get rid of the F there, kind of looks bad. Yeah. What happened was basically it follows the position and everything the null object goes to, because it's all relying on the null object. So what I basically did was pretty simple. I'm gonna go ahead and change the featuring here. Oh, I still see it. I can make it a little smaller, I guess. Yeah. So as you see, there we go. Simple and pretty much basic typography. You can use this. Yeah. You can change your font color too if you want to. You can change this to white. Because in this case, it does look kind of better in white since it is in a blue. But if you're using like a black and white background, you don't want to use that color. You don't want to use white because it's gonna like interrupt itself with the white background. So make sure it doesn't. You can see the text like, clear. But yeah, just follow exactly what I did, and you can make something like this. There we go. Anyways, hope you enjoyed the video, and I'm out. How's it? I have to go right now.